This is the S&P 500 one-day reading for August 18, 2022. It's currently July 28, 2022, 11:38 p.m. That's Eastern Time. Prediction was done on, the photo was taken on July 7th. All of our August photos were taken on July 7th. In any case, we've got a congruency here towards the end of the day. Well, actually, two congruencies. So when we look by congruencies, what I mean is when we look at the 1 month overview, which you would have got a week in advance of August if you're on the free newsletter on our website, there's a congruency. So we've got the Four of Cups, we've got the Moon card, we've got the Four of Cups kind of like peering over the end of the third week. And then we've got the Moon card appearing at the end of the day on the 18th. Moon card correlations, right? So off of this like bit of a rally at the end of the day, there's a notable decline, it looks like. So for the 18th, the overall theme and behavior is a selling from near overbought territory on RSI from a high. There's profit taking from near overbought territory. We have the Moon in the high position, so behavior around the high. There's bearish price swings with a notable drop. It'll stand out on a one-day chart out of the high. And then there's a notable reversal, at least on a one-day chart, that will stand out here on the 18th around the low. All right, I'm advised to trade around sideways rotation along a support level that increases with momentum and bullish sentiment as we move into the move forward in time. And it looks like that's as we move into the close. Everything is telling me sell off at the end of the day. Sell off at the end of the day. And when we look at the overview, for the 15th, we've got the defeat card. Defeat card. So a failed attempt to break through key resistance followed by a decline through key support. Looks like that takes place at the end of the day, where we have that trade opportunity. Now let's get into it. So we have a selling from overbought territory. We have a buying from oversold territory on RSI. A big move to the upside, either from a gap down or from being oversold severely. In the pre-market, there's that move higher. Then multiple headwinds send the S&P lower right around the open. There's a breakdown through a support level to meet a second support level. We bounce along that support level sideways. And there's a trade opportunity highlighted around that. Then we have a big move to the upside. It looks like the beginning of a rally between roughly, let's say around 10 o'clock. Increases with momentum as we move forward into the 11 o'clock hour. And that rally offers an opportunity to open up a short position or protect against long positions in the midst of that rally, because there's going to be a big move to the downside. Midday into early afternoon, where we see low correlators between roughly 1 and 3 o'clock. Notable declining cards and a low correlator in there. The decline offers an opportunity to open up a long position in the midst of that decline, roughly around like 1 to 2-ish. And so that rally, there's a bit of a rally out of that decline, out of those lows, that takes place between roughly 2 and 3, but that rally ends with a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of a period of decline and a breakdown with increasing volatility as we break down through that diagonal trend line. And it looks like that rally goes into the end of the day. We have a high correlator at the end of the day, so a rally that goes along a diagonal trend line, breaks through horizontal resistance and meets a secondary resistance, brings us to a day's high or a prominent crest for the day at the end of the day, and it pulls back to somewhere between those two price levels. There's a completion of a bullish of a rally right around the close, and a trade opportunity in the midst of that. And then we have in the post-market merger of some kind, or an agreement between two leaders is highlighted. A sneak preview card for the following day is a sharp decline through multiple support levels. And that all lines up with the moon congruency here at the end of the day. The high being consistent, congruent to the end of the day. Selling from the high, congruent to the theme card. There's just a lot saying big move off of a high at the end of the day, my friends. So look out for that. And when you make money from this reading, send some of that forward, send some of that back to us. Have a ton of fun with the rest of it. And you'll get karma sending you money from all directions. I'll see you on the next one.